The earth is the cradle of humanity, but mankind cannot stay in the cradle forever. Very good afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen. We warmly welcome you to the ActinSpace Innovation Contest, locally hosted by ActinSpace Colombo 2020. ActinSpace is an international innovation contest uniting over 100 countries, 100 cities across 5 continents, designed for students but open to everyone. This event targets creativity and aims to cultivate student entrepreneurial initiatives. Throughout 24 hours, teams have to imagine and design innovative services and products derived from space technologies and space-acquired data. This initiative is designed to consolidate the space sector's vibrant image, show how space technologies are supporting applications that reach into all areas of our daily lives. So ladies and gentlemen, and do remember, space is an inspirational concept that allows you to dream big.
Today, we have 18 groups of competitors representing 7 universities in Sri Lanka. I warmly welcome you all to ActinSpace 2020. I wish you all the very best to perform well throughout this competition. Dear sir, we are honored to have you as our judges. Let me introduce our judge board today. Dr. Buddhika Annasivatta, Senior Lecturer, Department of Mechanical and Manufacturing Engineering, Faculty of Engineering, University of Ruhuna, Sri Lanka. Dr. Achala Pallegedara, Department of Chemical and Process Engineering, Faculty of Engineering, University of Peradeniya. Dr. Duminda R. Valikanna, Senior Lecturer, Department of Surveying and Geodesy, Sabaragamu, University of Sri Lanka. Dr. Aravinda Ravibanu Sumanaratna, CEO and Senior Research Scientist, South Asian Astrobiology and Earth Sciences Research Unit, Eco Astronomy, Sri Lanka. Engineer Kavindra Jayawardena, Head of the Department, Communication Department, Arthur C. Clarke Institute for Modern Technologies. Engineer Thilina Tharanga, Research Scientist, Robotic Division, Communication Department, Arthur C. Clarke Institute for Modern Technologies. I am honored to introduce our mentors of SEDS Sri Lanka. Amila Sandun Basnayaka, former chair and founder, SEDS Sri Lanka. Kasunta Madhuman, former divisional manager of Robotics and Rover Division, SEDS Sri Lanka. Thilina Harshana, former vice chair and co-founder, SEDS Sri Lanka. Bhanukar Ranavira, former manager, High Altitude Balloon Project, SEDS Sri Lanka. Sanjula Dasunpriya, former observation manager, SEDS Sri Lanka. Manish Yativella, communication system designer of the Taprobane 1.0 rover, member of High Altitude Balloon Project. Chintani Kumaradasa, Chief Contact Person and Documentation Manager of SEDS Sri Lanka, representing SEDS Mora, Documentation Manager of Taprobane 1.0 Mars rover. Then I'm very glad to announce our main organizer, MSSA, Mars Society South Asia. I'm very proud to state that this ActinSpace 2020 is a result of tons of dedicated hours of our mentors as well as the committee members of SEDS Sri Lanka and SEDS Ruhuna chapter. The committee members of SEDS Sri Lanka are as follows. The committee members of SEDS Ruhuna chapter are as follows. At least, but not least, here are main sponsors for today's event. CNES, EESA Space Solution, Aerospace Valley.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was our humble mentors, judges, and our organizing committee and our sponsors. So many thanks to them. Reminding you our timeline of our hackathon from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., starting up with the event, welcoming message and reminding of the competition rules. And from Friday 3 p.m. to Saturday 3 p.m., it's your time to shine. It's the hackathon time. And from Saturday 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. is the judging time. And from 10 p.m. onwards, it's the award ceremony. And also reminding you our rules and regulations for the ActinSpace contest. The ActinSpace rules, while registering in the website, should be read and well known by all the participants properly. Submission should be made within the deadline up until 3 p.m. on 14th November. Late submissions will not be accepted under any circumstances. Decision of the jury is the final decision. Act respectfully while interacting with the members, and also you can interact with your mentors throughout the MS Teams 24 hours. And also do remember, only one local winner will be chosen. Ladies and gentlemen, to enlighten you with more on this contest, let me introduce, I graciously invite Senior Lecturer from Department of Mechanical and Manufacturing Engineering, Faculty of Engineering, University of Ruhuna, as well as Senior Treasurer of SEDS Ruhuna Chapter, Dr. K. Jayavikrama C. Kumara.
Hello everyone, welcome to my presentation. All colleagues, all students, ladies and gentlemen. Now I am in the International Innovation Contest on ActinSpace that is just started today, 13th November 2020. My presentation on how to use satellite data in crop production and climate-related applications. I am Kumara Jayavikrama, representing University of Ruhuna. So at the moment, I am working as a senior lecturer, Department of Mechanical and Manufacturing Engineering, Faculty of Engineering, University of Ruhuna. In brief, my research interests are autonomous robot design, biomedical engineering, GIS and remote sensing, industrial automation, machine learning, mathematical modeling, precision farming, and soft robotics. In fact, I have done several research on the space-related works. So some of them are GIS, fuzzy multi-criteria analysis for vineyard site selection for Northern Hemisphere, modeling and prediction of microclimate, precision vineyard monitoring and management, and vineyard site selection for the tropics. I have been working in this field about 5 years when I was in Japan while doing my PhD. So I was in a health, environmental life sciences and environmental and geoscience lab. There I have observed many other research going on related to GIS and remote sensing. Especially they have been using satellite data to develop some applications that is helpful to people, the society, the agriculture, and whole environmental science. Yeah, but today I am very happy to talk to you in this international contest. So that is mainly on engineering, IT systems, business, marketing, architecture, and design science. I hope more than 50 countries now participating for this competition today. So they are doing different application on telecommunication, geopositioning, data, hardware and software technologies, experiments in microgravity, such as. So all the services of health and environmental agriculture, mobility, security and safety, they are developing different products as I went through from the contestants' websites. So that means now all you are ready to develop new innovations, ideas, to develop a new business. Are you ready to develop with the Earth observation data? So you are going to use Earth observation data and some of the applications of that to develop new product and services that can be a new innovative business in the coming days in future. So I wish all the best for all contestants representing Sri Lankan community. So creativity in entrepreneurships. Before I go to my presentation, I thought to give you some insight on creativity in entrepreneurships. Entrepreneurship could simply be the solution for the economic problems of today's world. It brings the most innovative and exciting ideas to reality. So I just want to highlight two phrases from one is from Diana Santos, product strategist and manager at Interia. She called creativity is nothing but the way to solve new problems. So you are going to solve new problems using the creativity. So according to Don Draper, is a designer. It's called Make It Simple but Significant. So I hope today contest you also get these insights and this initial idea to develop new product that is more simple but give more impact to the society, impact to the people and development of the society. So make it simple but is significant. So that when you add creativity, put with the innovations, there you can make the entrepreneurships. The way of the other creative thinking idea to new product and services increasing market competitions. So you can be a competitor to the market, to the other products in the market, so that you can develop your own business, your own entrepreneurships. If you add creativity and develop innovation or innovative ideas. Why creativity so crucial for entrepreneurs? So if you think it first, if you see the characteristic of the entrepreneurial process, it is innovation, issue related to economic importance, more profit. Without risk taking, you cannot have entrepreneurial work, and it create new job opportunities. So in today's economic world, entrepreneurship is considered the key factor toward economic development. Entrepreneurs strive to create more opportunities in industry, providing more employment options and ultimately having a positive impact on per capita income, revenue generation, lifestyle, etc. It's creating new ideas for competitive advantage, thinking of novel ways to develop your product and improve the business. And it's finding similar patterns in different areas. So it is a multidisciplinary way of implementing innovative idea, developing new niches through creativity and entrepreneurship. It is very important startups that can uh, develop many applications to the world. Right. From that initial insight on entrepreneurship and creativity, now I am going to discuss about how to use satellite data, some of agricultural applications and climatic that is related to also the agriculture. So if you just dig through it, there are three things that I have interested. This is not all covered, but some of them is already practiced, so that I became reading it and become more interested. Even in Sri Lankan context also, I found that this is more interested to talk about this kind of things, so that young generation, even our young generation also attract to agriculture as a country that we are in agricultural development. So under that, I selected precision farming and database agriculture, robotics in agriculture. These three are more related, but precision farming is the biggest area. Under that, we have database agriculture and robotics in agriculture. So I have selected three images. One is the maps showing, another one is automotive vehicles, autonomous vehicles, and other one is satellite informations. So precision agriculture feed in the world, according to New Space 2000. 60 websites. It says precision agriculture feeding the world. You can see the food and agri-tech is 5 trillions global industries there. So among that, 38% of land currently used for agriculture and 70% is water withdrawal currently used for agriculture. So from the world, this much of space only survive for agriculture. So according to the ESA, the agri-tech sector is a 5 trillion global business and it is anticipated to grow. Around 38% of the world land and 70% of the world water is used for agriculture, and it is predicted that by 2030 become 40%. Water demands are unlikely to be met, and hence the need for innovation and technology is needed. The sense of urgency, therefore, going digital with agriculture is clear, and according to a 2016 study from the US Department of Agriculture showing that tractors guided by global positioning system called GPS are used on 50% of corn and soybean acreage in the US yield mapping. Satellite data could be used to predict environmental factors which allow farms and producers to make more accurate predictions on future conditions. Such information on general agriculture trends could also be collated to help predict commodity and insurance premiums. This lesson from Smart Agriculture Japan. The agriculture sector in Japan is facing acute labor shortage, which are anticipated to get worse in the coming last few years. So what they have found is they found that most of young generation are not attracted to agriculture, mostly over age 65. About 60% of farmers are representing. So these farmers are having troubles to find successors for their farm. In addition, the demand for Japanese agricultural products abroad is steadily rising because of high quality, and Japan is starting to struggle to meet it and supply its own domestic market. I have seen these kind of industries growing and how they are supported during my data collection in my PhD work. The Japanese central government therefore decide with the academia and the private sector are facing these challenges, and they work together. And in particular, the government has taken initiative, so-called Strategic Innovation Promotion Program called SIP, to foster innovation with applied cross-disciplinary funding policies. It has also invested into infrastructure that will enable new technologies. Academia and the private industry have recognized that state-of-the-art technology like AI, IoT, ICT, and self-driving robots can be used to solve practical problems in agriculture and have invested in it. This has opened a new promising market that was predicted to grow rapidly in the next 5 to 6 years. So they have done it in about 2016. Now it has grown the market and achieved this kind of level. So it is about precision farming. It is identified about 35.1% according to the 2018 data, 2016 data. Now it's growing more than that. It's about more than 50% of agriculture covered by precision farming in Japan. So what they have done is they introduced the satellite called coefficient satellite systems. So they developed to target key economic and social issues with the especially allocated about 50 billion budget. They promote research and innovation in this field from basic research. The technologies for creating next generation agriculture, forestry, and fisheries. The SIP aims to develop technologies such as smart farms, increase the attractiveness of agriculture by increasing farmers' revenue, and improve quality of life. So under the management of the National Agriculture and Food Research Japan called NARA, it supports development of new technologies and products for specific applications. So one of them they developed using called the coefficient satellite system that sends out the same signal as GPS, making it available for existing receivers but at so-called sub-meter level augmentation service. So these two systems are novel in the sense they require less ground infrastructure to existing solution to reach centimeter level accuracy. So these satellite information maps are in centimeter level accuracy. And they also have what is called real-time kinetic RTK. This opens big region of East Asia, Oceania, and Australia for this new service, which require less expensive ground infrastructure. So the satellite, you can see its cover is going through these areas and covers Japan, Australia, and some Oceania countries, something like part of Indonesia and slightly Thailand. So based on that, this diagram is showing how self-steering robot tractor. This information extracted from one of Australian research organization. They are utilizing a self-steering robotic tractor in the development of agriculture using this COSI satellite system data. They are developing it under precision farming. So you can see in this image how uh, uh, different sectors are supporting each other to develop the section. So acquisition satellite feeding the data to the data logger and self-steering robotic tractor getting this information and positioning and working based on this data, including its inbuilt crop sensors. It is also connected to the towers through wireless communication and then internet, and then get information from the websites on different mappings, that is from GIS web databases. This is another one similar to this study extracted from uh, again Japanese smart agriculture from JAXA. It is demonstration of, you can see here, it is a demonstration that collaborating self-driving tractors developed by called V-bots at Hokkaido University in May 2018. These tractors are using satellite data and positioning accurately with self and moving like autonomous tractors. This next example I selected showing a new method to estimate rice crop production and using the Earth observation satellite data. Later I will show you what are the different satellite data even you can use freely. So from in this diagram is showing a basic approach to estimate paddy area using the SAR satellite data. The SAR data is not free. Some of the samples you can download free. So they use spectacular reflection, weak backscatter, strong backscatter methodology, and differentiate flooding stage after planting stage and well-growing stage using these three initial data from Alois Avinar and Alois Falsar or SCR data. So from 2000 and 2012, they found that the Rice Crop Week Group, a collaborative project of the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency called JAXA, the Geoinformatics and Space Technology Development Agency GISDD of Thailand, and the Remote Sensing Technology Center of Japan called RESTEC, developed a method to estimate rice crop area and production using space-based synthetic aperture radar called SAR. This is about this study. And what they have found is they could calculate this area as shown in this diagram in uh, mesh blocks. So you can see they have calculated this area and they have also measured in manually, and they found that estimation value was very accurately uh, very close to the actual value. So accuracy is about 98.58. So satellite without manual machine that takes longer time and cost and a lot of infrastructure investment. So they found that satellite information can be used to do it very easily with just a one-time development of a software. So they also can predict the yield according to this table using this satellite information. The next diagram is also showing similar study. So you can see here JAXA and EORC contributed. So that is most on Indonesia, they have developed these. Sorry, it is on Thailand. They have developed these different software interface so that by feeding the map and by selecting different years and the date and all that, they can obtain different graphs based on their agriculture. So this kind of software development also become very helpful so that people can predict and get information on their crops in large scale area. Next, I want to show you some of other 4 applications that can be used. Like we have seen is how autonomous tractors and harvesters can be used. And other than that, you can use it for crop fertilization, farm water management, and farm seasonal planning that I'm going to show you in this diagram. So because water conservation is important and Earth orbiting satellites can help show where water needs to be distributed to prevent over irrigation. So technology could aid in conservative potentially 18 to 13% of farmers' water supply. Through use of satellite imagery, farmers could more accurately calculate the optimal route and navigation through field. So this could be an opportunity for use of autonomous vehicles, including tractors and harvesters on large industrial farms. With the assistance of Earth orbiting satellites, farmers could more accurately assess which specific field require more fertilizers. Moreover, drones also could be utilized in coordination with problem highlighted by uh, different satellite information databases. So satellites can communicate with satellite assistance systems, and they measure weather conditions, and accordingly they can predict the yields of crops. It's also they can satellite information can check the phytoplankton data on that in sea that can kill fish and wreak havoc on fisheries. So not only for agriculture, even fisheries and some other areas also can be supported by satellite data. I have given the sources so that you can have more information going through this source. Next, if somebody is interested to initiate this work, I want to provide some more information on freely available satellite data. In my research, I have been used Landsat data, MODIS data, and NOAA data. So in this diagram is showing some of Landsat data. Landsat is a satellite that is covered like weekly. So that's data is with resolution wise, it's about kilometer level, but you can have some more predictions, some more estimations depending on your application, especially on land cover changes. If you want more accurate data, you can use uh, MODIS data. MODIS data is about 500 meter and 200-meter resolutions are available. This is showing how such land covers, forest covers are showing in various colors. NOAA data also about kilometer level accuracies there, but and you can have depending on the land cover, depending on the cloud cover, you can download the data from NASA websites. Other than that, we have uh, as the global digital elevation map that is about 30-meter digital elevation map, 30-meter mesh digital elevation map that is also freely available so that you can calculate height related data and you can integrate with other land cover data to develop new applications to predict about different scenarios such as about flood prediction and all that. So other than that, there are so much databases are available. You can refer NASA, that is a huge database available about different weather data so that you can integrate your satellite maps and develop uh, develop some applications, especially for agriculture, weather and climate change issues. Other than that, JAXA website also, I invite you to go to JAXA website. That is Japanese satellite information data available there, and some application developed also with some research database. You can get more insight on some new developments. So I just want to highlight some of the indices that I have also used in my research called normalized differential vegetation index, NDVI, and EVI and LSWI. These are some of the indices. By going through these sources, you can read more information, and you can see how such indices are changing with different days. This is one some information, and here you can see even different years, and it's showing how dormancy, showing seeding, flooding, translating, like tillering, joining, heading, milk, ripe, mature. All these, if you take 2008, so this is how these stages of crop production is changed. According to this crop production age, you can see how these indices are changing. So that means, for example, you can see in if you use LSWI index, you can see during the this space that is showing more translating and reviewing stage is high. If you want to identify some area, something like from heeding milk ripe to mature, like for example, this is for rice, then you can use these data where you get the intensity value is high in that region. So by using that, you can identify without going to the very large areas of something like in China, they use this. So without going to this field, you can use satellite information, and then you can calculate how many areas already have matured rice. Therefore, these informations are very much useful to develop uh, new solutions. Next, I just want to share one of famous study done in my lab from Dr. Yoshikawa and Professor Sanga is also my supervisor in 2011. So they have developed a land cover change map for Mato Grosso state, Brazil. And what they have found is they use these different type of maps you can see here. So what they have found is this a bigger land cover has been destroyed by people to cattle farming soybean as shown in this diagram. So that create a lot of problem in Mato Grosso state in Brazil. So from this study, only using satellite data, they could waken up people there, the government there, so that they can look at this and they can see how these Brazilian forests are destroyed by these people. So it was a very famous study, and they also obtained various medals for this study. This one I just want to highlight that when I was doing my PhD, I was observe how these people are tackling with these issues and develop GIS-based solutions. There is some other study I found related to land use and land cover change in Sri Lanka. You can see that most of Vilpattu and all other forests are now destroying because of various reasons. That is create a lot of environmental problem, water scarcity, and some of climate change, even local climate change within Sri Lanka. So these kind of things you can easily address using satellite data, and uh, you can map them and you can find relationship and the reason, and you can predict what will happen in future, and you can educate people not to do so, and you can help to government to develop policies so that these forests are protected, and we will enjoy, our future generation are enjoying the resources that we are enjoying. So with that ending, with the time given, and I am now going to wind up my presentation. So you guys also like this uh, uh, still having milk crop fatty rice. So you have good future so that you can be matured, and you can give a good golden harvest to our country, to develop our nation, to develop all the world. So I wish all the best for all contestants, all the Sri Lankan group young contestants. We have win this competition and show your idea, show your creativity, and finally you will also become entrepreneurs that will support to develop the country. Thank you very much, and thank you, Mr. Hevage and his team for inviting me and giving this opportunity to talk all of you. Thank you. Wish you all the best and good future.
And on behalf of our mentors, I warmly invite Mr. Bhanuka Ranavira, former manager, High Altitude Balloon Project, SEDS, Sri Lanka.
Hello everyone, I am Bhanuka Ranavira, an expert at ActinSpace Sri Lanka. I would like to welcome all of you to Sri Lanka's very first ActinSpace International Hackathon Tournament. The main organizers of this event is French Space Agency. I think you may know that there are 14 countries and 61 cities have enrolled into this hackathon. So I must say, you people are so lucky to be a part of this historical event. You are experiencing such international competition because of SET Sri Lanka. So I would like to brief you about SET Sri Lanka, who is also the facilitator of this international tournament. But I think you need to see the big picture behind this. In the next decade, the world's richest people will be created by aerospace related industries. So future is dependent on the aerospace. I hope I don't need to provide any example for this because we all know who will be the giant of the economy in the upcoming years. But as a country, we are not even close to space technology. Our university system doesn't have aerospace related courses. There are quite a lot of people like you and me who are willing to move into space field, but any guidance or path cannot be seen into move in this field. Due to this fact, invention from this field will be less and the people will lose their desire to study in space science field in Sri Lanka. At that situation, SET Sri Lanka provided a solution. Two people who had strong willpower for the space science field have introduced SET Sri Lanka. Those two people are the founder of SET Sri Lanka, Amila Basnaik, and the co-founder of SET Sri Lanka, Thilan Bandara. The specialty of this platform is anybody can get into the platform. It's for everyone, every field. Furthermore, this international event you are participating in today is also the results of their effort. Therefore, we all are in debt to them. If we look at the past of SET Sri Lanka, it has started only 2 years back. The organization had conducted a significant number of projects. Among those, Sri Lanka's first Mars rover, NASA Space App Tournament, are most prominent. So, let's move back to the ActinSpace. Considering the ActinSpace contest, I hope you have already I have already mentioned its organizers and you are already know the purpose of this event. At present, owing to the COVID-19 pandemic situation, we are not permitted to meet physically. Therefore, we have to do this through an online platform. After the commencement of the hackathon, you can request the support of our experts. Being a member of the expert group, we are there for you. Don't be hesitate to contact us. In the competition, you can propose a solution, idea or an application related to the selected topic you have been chosen. Further, my personal opinion is you should think out of box, think of an innovation. Why I am saying this is, per my opinion, the world is not lacking in technology, but it is lacking with ideas. And the demand of the ideas never will be underestimated. As a Sri Lankan, we are having history with pride. Everywhere you can see knowledge of our ancestors. Just focus on it. Try to listen to the voice of the nature. Live with it. You will be wondered. I hope it will take you to the ultimate victory. Also, as you are already aware, only winners from the national level will be fortunate enough to participate in the international tournament. I sincerely hope that one of your group will have that opportunity. But if you don't win the national level, never consider it as a defeat. It will be a victory for all of you be a part of this tournament. However, you will be offered with valuable certificate and the experience important for your whole life. Therefore, whether it is a victory or participant, you have to contest with your maximum energy to show your talent. Do what you love to do. Winners of the final tournament will get an opportunity to have an experience with zero gravity. For that, the organizers have prepared a special airplane for that one, the plane from Airbus. My opinion is you should have some curiosity in this regard. So jump into the fundamental. So finally, I would like to thank to the organizing committee of SEDS Sri Lanka and the judge board of their contribution. Good luck, guys.
Dear contestants, before going on to the hackathon, there is an important notice to convey to you. You will receive login details through an email after the welcoming ceremony to MS Teams. So dear contestants, I think it's time for you to shine. I think the winter is coming. So we will see you in 24 hours and may the force be with you. Goodbye until we meet again. Thank you very much.